What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Truest Dudes, Truest Reactions. I am the truest dude, and together we are the truest crew. Team TC, the verdict is in. The people have spoken. Skip Bayless is officially done at FS1. His role on Undisputed will be coming to an end at the end of the summer, and he will not, I repeat, will not be coming back after this season of Undisputed. You know, guys, many of us, if not all of us, as far as sports fans are concerned, we saw this coming a mile away. When Skip and Shannon had their fallout last year after Skip disrespected Shannon in front of the world, that right there marked the beginning of the end of Skip Bayless. The problem for Skip was that at the time, he was the only one who didn't know it. But you can believe he's finding out now. He's finally seen how he messed up by running Shannon Sharpe off the show and the network FS1 altogether. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is just as much the network's fault as it is Skip's. First off, Skip, you never disrespect your top talent. See, you never disrespect your top talent, and you never allow your star player to walk away for nothing. Okay? Now, that's where FS1 messed up, by allowing Shannon Sharpe to leave and not being able to figure out how to fix this, how to fix such a terrible situation, you see? The problem that I have with Skip, like so many others, is that Skip Bayless couldn't see that Shannon was the reason the show was doing so well. He couldn't see that the numbers / ratings were as good as they were because of Shannon Sharpe. See what I'm saying? He thought it was because of him, And that's not to say that Skip didn't contribute to the show in his own way, because he did. Of course he did. Of course he did, and we're not taking that away. But ultimately, people were tuning in to see Shannon give Skip Bayless the business on a daily basis. And even though the numbers for Undisputed weren't as good as First Take, they were still doing good as far as ratings were concerned. Now, I stopped watching First Take, aka First Fake, because I was sick of Stephen A. Lane and all of his buck dancing. So when Undisputed debuted back in September of 2016, I was a dedicated watcher of the show. You feel me? And so with that being said, let me take a minute out to give a shout out to all my subs, both present and future. Like, share, and subscribe, man. And join the movement. And much love and respect to all who support the growth of this channel. You feel me? You are all appreciated. All right? So, getting back to it. So, ultimately, Shannon would leave Undisputed and join ESPN. And in the beginning, he was only on the show just 2 days a week. Well, on the days that Shannon was on First Take, the ratings damn near doubled. You see? And so the ratings for First Take went through the roof, while the ratings for Undisputed went right into the toilet. You see? Now, if I'm correct, don't quote me on this, but if I'm correct, the average ratings for Undisputed was about 100K per episode. And at its highest, I believe it was 155K per episode, representing a 45% increase in viewership. And from what I know, this is all while Shannon was a part of the show. After he left, they barely scratched 100K in viewership. And which is bad, as that's terrible. The ratings, like I said, they plummeted. And leading into the NCAA Sweet 16s, Undisputed averaged less than 50K in viewership. You see what I'm saying? This is terrible. These numbers are horrific. And I believe on the first day of the NFL draft, they were only pulling in, 45K in viewership? So the ratings were absolute trash bags after Shannon left, and this is why Skip Bayless is done at FS1. Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, Rachel Nichols, Richard Sherman were all brought in to replace Shannon Sharpe, along with others like Paul Pierce, and it still didn't make a difference. It still didn't make a difference. The ratings are still trash. It hasn't gotten any better, and that's why FS1 is moving on from Skip. We're paying you, their mentality is we're paying you $32 million a year. I'm sorry, $32 million over the course of 4 years. We're at $8 million a year. And quite frankly, we're not seeing a return on our investment. You see what I'm saying? That's what the powers that be basically told Skip in that meeting that they had when he got that phone call to show up. And, so that he and the bosses at FS1 could have a sit down, to discuss these terrible numbers and how things were going to be and how things were going to go moving forward. They're not going to keep paying you all this money and you can't pull in the numbers you once did back when Shannon Sharpe was on the show. All these people who have come on basically and taken over the show, like Keyshawn Johnson, and basically got Skip looking like an extra on his own show. They overtalk Skip. He can barely get a word in a lot of the time. The dude has been reduced to being the moderator basically on his own show, you feel me? And if you remember, I'm going to make a point here. I spoke on the dangers of celebrity worship about a week ago, right, Team TC? When I did the video speaking on Dreamers Pro having his life threatened because a LeBron James fanatic told Dreamers Pro, don't come to LA, see, celebrity worship can lead to some serious problems for those who engage in it. This young man took a penitentiary chance on behalf of somebody he didn't know, someone he never even met. You see, this young man was a victim of his own celebrity worship in LeBron James. And Skip Bayless was a victim of his own celebrity worship in one Tom Brady. Now, the difference, however, is that Skip wasn't, sending death threats to anybody. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't threatening nobody, you see. He may not have risked his freedom, but he risked his career. You see what I'm saying? He risked his career when he told Shannon Sharpe he was jealous of Tom Brady. And well, here we are. I'll tell you like this, Team TC, and this just hit me right now as I'm sitting here recording this for all of your viewing pleasure. When you think about the fact that for years, Skip Bayless has made a career, right, of bashing and disrespecting LeBron James, people like Chris Bosh. If you remember, he basically called Chris Bosh a woman. You remember that? Referring to him as Bosh Spice, right? Bosh Spice, a member of the Spice Girls. And he referred to Chris Bosh as Bosh Spice because in his eyes, Chris Bosh was soft. Even if that's the case, you didn't have to take it there, Skip. You didn't have to take it there. You didn't have to. People like Jalen Rose, Richard Sherman, but none other like LeBron James, right, Team TC? Skip Bayless has made a career of bashing one LeBron James over and over and over. Just a relentless barrage of daggers and insults and hatred. And look, all these years of bashing LeBron James, only for LeBron James to outlast him in his career versus you in your career. And if you ask me, that's what makes it so sad for Skip, to see him go out the way he's going out. Skip has done a complete 180 as it pertains to LeBron James. He's all nice and sweet. He was praising his son, making all these excuses when Bronny was struggling. And I was looking at this I was looking at this like, where did this Skip Bayless come from? So, it's sad to see, man, because he spent all these years bashing LeBron James, and now he's got nothing but nice things to say about LeBron. It's like after the fallout with Shannon and the ratings being in the toilet after he left, it feels like they took Skip to the clinic and had him neutered. That's how it felt watching him a few weeks ago talk all nice about LeBron and how Bronny just needs to play with the real live Lakers, and then it all come together for him. No, he don't. Not with the way he was struggling. Now, he had his best 2 games not too long ago. Now, if he could continue that, I don't know what his numbers were, but I do know that at the time when he was struggling, him and Keyshawn Johnson was up there making all these excuses. Keyshawn Johnson talking about some, well, when he shoots the ball is going into the rim, but it's just rimming out. He can shoot the ball is going in, but then it's coming back out. Well, goddamn, Keyshawn. The point in shooting the ball is to make the shot. Who cares if it's coming back out of the rim? If it's coming back out of the rim, well, then it don't count. All these excuses. And so, I was like, wow. Like, they really put a leash on Skip, man. He's a shell of he's a shell of what he used to be. And you know what? It is what it is. Team TC. A lot of people feel like this has been a long time coming. And you know what? I'm one of those people. Skip is at a point of no return, and he's getting exactly what he deserves. All these years of disrespect and hatred, all of his antics have finally caught up with him, and now he's done. It's a wrap, So jump down in the comment section, man, and let me know what y'all think, I'm about to wrap this up. Team TC, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in to another episode of Truest Dudes, Truest Reactions, man. I appreciate every last one of you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Support the movement, man. Then until the next time, Team TC, remember everybody to be you and be true. And we out, y'all. Peace.